This is so crazy to me. He's going back to the first style we saw, but adding this bounce to just make it so much faster. It is this style. It is this crazy shit. Look, he's just flying across everything. What is that front wheel bounce? Look! Ignoring that sticking out one completely and getting the pushes to get in straight. That's like one of the sickest tricks I've ever seen. And yeah, it just sets the tone for I think we're gonna see a lot of different styles in this level. It's been 16 years since Aksu won Lost Cup 3, and we're just about ready to crown a new champion as we're entering the final event of Lost Cup 4. And to finish it off, we have this fantastic level made by Xhomaz again, who made all the levels in this cup. And as you can tell, there are so many options in this level that you have. You start here in the middle, the flowers in the middle, you just have to collect the apples in whatever order you think is fastest. And you have so many potential styles, so this level was really fun to theory craft around, and was also a really fun level to play. And as we just take a quick look at some styles, I'm going to be ignoring this part down here because I don't think it will be used. I know I said that before and been wrong, but probably you're gonna be staying up here around the apples because down here there's nothing. It's just like a transport from left to right. So as we're looking at the styles, we're gonna be looking here at the top part of the level. So I think what you're seeing now is gonna be the main playing area. Again, you start up here in the middle, and there's so many potential styles in this level, I don't really know where to begin. So what I usually do when I approach a level like this is I try to find a way to visit each part of the level only once. And that could look something like maybe starting down here, coming out to the right, clearing these polygons here, a little bit tricky, come up, grab this apple, come up to the top here. Now you're close to this middle apple as well. Maybe you can drop and keep your wheels like one on each side here or so, grab the apple, still fall down. Get your front wheel here and maybe swing in below here. Out, grab this apple to the left, and then from here somehow you make your way back all the way towards the right. And this of course feels a little bit bad because you're visiting the center again just to come out right and then to come back to the flower again. But this could be a potential style that seems at least viable. Another style could maybe be to come down here first, use this polygon to push and go and clear the left hand part first of all. So then what you would do is you would come back here from this part up, and either in this part down here or somehow maybe get some bounce and clear above here would be really tricky, but might be doable. But then come up here regardless to this apple, up to the top, and from here you would have a choice. Either come down here, drop down, grab the apple on the way, and then come down all this way around, maybe do like a sick bounce from here so you can clear up here and then maybe brutal to the flower. Or you can do the loop the other way around. You grab this apple, but then you come down here, maybe clear this polygon again somehow, come into this part down here, grab the apple, and then you go the loop the other way around. Push with the help of this polygon here, up, grab this apple, and then down to the flower. One thing I don't like about either of these styles though is that you're visiting this area, like these two apples, twice, but in a different time. But at the same time, it's really hard to either grab this apple first, then come around here, and then ignore these top apples, because I think this is the only way to get up here. Unless you can maybe come down here with a lot of speed, with some sick push, and maybe gas on the inside here to swing up. I don't know if that's possible. If it is, that's gonna be really sick style. But then you would still have to make your way down here and grab the left apple somehow. And again, I can theory craft all I want, but it just makes more sense to go through the replays and see how all the different players approach this level. And rumor has it, even Zero played this event, so it's gonna be really fun to see the Boss Cup champion, how he approached this level as well. And of course, more than that, after this event and these replays, we will know who wins Lost Cup number 4. And not quite 100 players this time, but 93 for the final event, which was actually a fairly hard and technical level as well. And as we're going up here, we can tell that we're already quickly going down below 1 minute. And as we're approaching 50th place, let's see, are we gonna get even below even below 50 seconds into the 49 territories, and getting up towards 50th place where we have Ihana. Really fun to see you here in 50th place, and I can also see that you got 1.5 points, which means that there's someone else here who got the exact same time again for 50th place. And that person is Nomi. So we have a shared 50th place, or 49th place even, for Nomi and Ihana, both coming in at 49.37. So let's take a look at your replays back to back. We'll start with Ihana, and then we'll take a look at Nomi's rec as well. And let's see if they use completely different styles or the same one to end up at the exact same time. And here we have Ihana's replay, starting out at this staircase polygon in the middle with that one apple just above you. So let's check it out. Starting out here with some pushes and brake to get down even faster, really nice. And going out here to the right, really creative style there, jumping up and vaulting to clear that polygon in the middle. And coming up here, it's really hard to keep your speed up in this hang because you want to go with a one wheel hang. So at some point you have to like push away, so you lose a little bit of speed. But coming up here for the top apple, and then gonna drop down here, and yeah, uses this keeping the wheel on the inside, but not going out for the left-hand apple, coming out here for the second right-hand apple in the beginning. Are we gonna see some sick bounce? No, coming back down here and gonna come up to this left-hand part from below. And so far, really nice style. Coming around, that looks really hard to get further in left because the loop is kind of straight, so you like tend to fly just straight up instead of coming out here to the left. But grabbing this last apple and coming up here for the flower. Very nice run by Hana. And then jumping straight into Nomi's replay. Let's check it out. Little bit different kind of start, not the same kind of pushes, but coming down fairly quick with a lot of speed towards right and going for the bottom right-hand apple first. Really interesting, and they're gonna end up at the exact same time. Let's see, coming up here. Can he go to the top from here? No, okay, coming in here for the left-hand part. Really nicely done. And gonna come down here, turn around, and then build up a lot of momentum to go all the way over to the right-hand part again. Let's see, is it gonna be the top route? No, coming out here to the bottom, using that polygon nice to get down early so you can gas all the way down there. Coming up here through the hang. Are we gonna see a one-wheel hang as well? Yeah, that push again, you lose a lot of speed, but you kind of need to come with a one-wheel hang here. So it's a sacrifice you have to make. Grabbing this top-hand apple. Gonna jump down into this middle apple first, and are we gonna see some like sick stick here? Yeah, beautiful stuff, swinging into the flower, also ending up at 49.37. So we saw Ihana doing this style where you come out to the right first, again clearing all these obstacles, dropping down here, straight down all the way into the half pipe, up, grab this apple, and then come back all this way around, up, down, grab the left-hand apple, and then jump straight up to the flower. And then we saw Nomi's replay also starting out towards the right, but coming down here for the bottom right-hand apple, and then using this whole area, which Ihana did as well, and in the same way, coming up around here, grabbing this apple, but then using all this rightwards momentum to keep going down here, up, grab this apple, and doing this part as the last part instead of the first one. Grabbing this apple, and then a beautiful swing to the flower. So beautiful stuff by both players, and yeah, it just sets the tone for, I think we're gonna see a lot of different styles in this level. So let's move up towards 40th place, where we have Xhomaz. Really fun seeing Xhomaz back in action. I don't think we watched any of his replays this cup, but we did in Boss Cup, I believe. But regardless, 47.31, improving more than 2 seconds on the replays we just saw. And here is Xhomaz's replay. Let's see. Pushing down here again to get down even faster, going out to the right. And yeah, we're seeing the Ihana style as well, with the same kind of jumping as well to clear these first 2 polygons here. And coming in for a one-wheel hang. Is he gonna go down to the left and grab that apple, or is he gonna come back towards the right? Actually, looks like he's coming back to the right, so it's a little bit different kind of style from Ihana. And coming in here with a beautiful style, coming straight in and keeping all that momentum out to the bottom right-hand apple, and now coming around for the left-hand apple. Oh wait, but he has to grab this middle apple as well, so he jumps up, grabs it, and then gonna come down. Really creative stuff to jump up there, grab that apple, and then come back down. Loses a little bit of traction there, but it's all right. Coming out here, just gonna use this turn, try to keep your momentum, coming back, and then gonna jump up here towards the flower. Really nice replay by Xhomaz. So yeah, now we already have a completely different style again, using the same start as Ihana did with the white line here, but then after grabbing this apple, coming down here with a beautiful style, clearing all these obstacles, coming down here, and then using this area again, and then jumping up, grabbing this apple, coming down back to the left-hand apple, and then back to the flower again. So really nice stuff, and moving up towards 30th place, we have actually me and Elron coming in at 32 and 34. We didn't play too much, but I did think our style was a little bit better than that. But that just makes me more excited to see what crazy times there are gonna be above us. But let's see, in 30th place we have Legumes. Now I'm sure I'm butchering your name, I don't really know how it's pronounced, I just go for like some Frenchification, I guess. But he is in Team Shown, which has a lot of prominent players in it as well. So this might give us an idea of some of the top styles actually. And coming in at 45.43, improving about 2 more seconds on Xhomaz's time. And here's Legumes replay, sorry if I'm butchering your name. Coming down here, good pushes, and actually going out to this left-hand part first. It's the first time we see this style. Coming down here, gonna grab this apple first, and then I'm assuming coming back to the right-hand top apple. But let's find out. Jumping up here. Gonna use this, block polygon to push down so you can gas all the way down here. Jumping up for this hang, grabbing this top right-hand apple, coming up for this top apple with the one-wheel hang again. And will he come down? Looks like he's, using these volts to push and come down straight down to the right. And using this Xhomaz style here, nice push from the ceiling as well to get that downwards momentum. And gonna jump up, just this middle apple left now. So coming in here, gonna grab that middle apple with a nice push to the flower. and a beautiful 45-43 by Legumes. And yeah, already a completely new style where you instead come down here and push out to the left first. So many lines down here, but then coming up here, using the block again, but coming up here. And then we saw kind of the similar style that we saw Umis doing in the start. Coming up, coming around here, and then down, grabbing this last hand apple. And where Umis had to go back for the left hand part, Legumes already grabbed that apple, so he can just come straight for the flower instead. Beautiful stuff, and we're moving up into 20th place. The times are getting insane. And let's see, in 20th place we have Jalli. Jalli is one of the old school players who actually came 4th in Lost Cup 3, so it's really fun to see him here still playing 16 years later in the same cup and finishing at a beautiful 43.89, improving almost 1.5 seconds on Legumes time. And here is Jalli's replay for this last event in Lost Cup number 4, coming up to the right, and beautiful brutal vault to clear this polygon, and can even use that last hang as well to get down, and then coming in for a one wheel hang. That's such a creative start, really nice by Jalli. Coming around here, grabbing this apple, and gonna come down here again for the right hand part, using this kind of Umi style that we saw in the beginning, and Nomi style I think, coming down here, gonna go up, getting this. Is he gonna jump for the middle apple as well from here? Yeah, looks like it. So using this Umi style completely, and coming down here to the left, really beautiful stuff. And gonna maybe go for a bounce, yeah, really nice. Coming up here to the flower again, and just such a clean run for this 43.89. So this was basically exactly Umi's style. He used also this white start, but instead of going down here, we saw deviation where he does a brutal vault over this polygon so he can get a push from here and also a tiny push from here. So really nice to just keep that momentum going. But then yeah, keeping this white hand part and then going over to the pink style that was Umi's style, jumping up, grabbing this apple again with a hang and down to the left hand apple. Really nice, and we're just all over the place with styles in this event, and it's just so much fun. So let's see, in 10th place, now we're seeing some really familiar names here. Nikit making an appearance as well in 13th place, really nice. And let's see, we're seeing Hosp, Andri, Gimp, people, Blastic, Sveiner, people we've seen in top 10s before. Now let's see, the person who got the 10th place this time is Mikkel. Such an insane showing by Mikkel this whole cup. He's done such a fantastic job, getting a 42.58, improving more than 1 second on Jalli's time. And here we have Mikkel's 42.58. Let's see, is it gonna be the Jalli style? Coming out here for the right at least, going for this brutal as well, really nice. First push, second push, coming down, gassing all the way here. Going for a one wheel hang as well, but keeping a lot of momentum up in this hang, which was really hard to do. And not going out to the right. He's going for this drop style here, and going head first, and not going out to the left hand part, coming for this right hand apple. This is the first style we saw, right? Such an insane bounce! I was just half joking when I was showing that style in paint. This is so crazy to me. He's going back to the first style we saw, but adding this bounce to just make it so much faster. Again, Mikkel just hits us with this crazy style, just like he did last event. And he's using exactly this Ihana style that we saw with the Jalli brutal vault here. But then after coming down this white line here, the drop that you can see is going straight down out to the right hand apple. Instead of doing this turn here, he just goes for this insane bounce where he flies and clears everything here throughout. And has so much more speed to the left because he doesn't have to do this jump and down and losing a lot of momentum. So just really crazy stuff and such a nice replay by Mikkel. And now I don't know what the hell to expect anymore. I would almost like to watch all of these replays, but for time's sake, let's see. Jesus, Finman already, we see Bian already, we see JT, Team Spef and Team Dat already showing up here. We see Mielz as well. All of Team Spef, 6th to 8th position. And they all seem to have hoiled a lot because they're all within like 0.2 seconds of each other. And I have no idea who we're gonna see here in 5th place, but just let's check it out. And here we have Audi. Audi also has been doing such crazy showings this cup. And we've seen him and his teammates, Nikomatic and I think Europe, we've seen them in most events. But Audi has consistently gotten these top finishes. And this time is no different. 5th place with a 42.26. And here we have Audi's replay. Let's see what team MIE came up with. Let's see, coming down here, that looked really fast using both gassing and braking. And it's such a sick brutal. Keeping that like slide on the ground to just keep that momentum and build up that velocity and like ferocity in the brutal. Coming around here, is it gonna come down to the right? Doesn't look like it. Is this gonna be the Mikkel style as well? Is it gonna be the straight down drop here? Beautiful clearing the head, gassing anywhere you can. Coming around, this has to be the Mikkel style, right? Yeah. Going in for the bounce here and poof. Jesus, just so clean. He doesn't get stuck anywhere. Look how he just dodges this ceiling with the rotation, coming in, gassing a little bit, and getting a tiny push there as well from the ramp. Just such nice stuff. And nice pushing there from the block as well, keeping as much speed as you can and getting down so you can gas all the way down there. And coming up here to the flower again. Just such an insane wreck by Audi. And I could just stop and analyze that wreck for like 15 minutes straight. But I'm sure we're gonna see some other amazing stuff already now in place 4, where we have Spef. Spef, the player who consistently has gotten first places in this cup, and I think already has won the cup with this showing, but I'm not completely sure, so let's save that for later. But Spef coming in at a 42-14. Let's see Team Dot style. And here we have Spef's replay. Let's see, is it gonna be the same style? Doesn't look like it. He goes for this left-hand part first. Really crazy stuff, and the times are not far in between Spef's and Audi's replay, but completely different styles, completely different routes. It is this style. It is this crazy shit. Look, he's just flying across everything. Coming up here, and such a beautiful... and go. He has so much speed, he can actually use a 2-wheel hang here. And coming around, using that tiny brake to come back here to the right. This style is so crazy. Coming around here, gonna go up, gonna get this top apple. We've seen this part so far. Coming around here, nice, beautiful, strong push. But we have to take a look at that again. Coming out here and doing this brutal here to get up. This requires so much precision to just hit that brutal, just hit that push, hit this push, come around, vault again, push again, down here, and just has so much momentum. He can even like afford to wait and then push here and still keep the gassing all the way. And look at this. Look at these tiny details. Even the counter vault here, once he starts to lose a little bit of grip with the back wheel, he immediately counter rotates, gasses down the front wheel or the back wheel so that his other wheel will hit the ground even faster and he can start gassing again. These tiny details are just such insane stuff to me. And also like the cherry on top is just hitting the corner here so you can use this rotation even more to get the speed back towards the right. Such an insane replay by Spef. And this replay as well, we could stay and analyze for probably 20 minutes as well. But time is of the essence. We have to see who won the cup and how everyone placed. So let's move forward. And in third place, we have Cephias. Cephias comes out of nowhere and gets 41.94. And I haven't seen Cephias so far in this cup at all, I think. And my hair is a mess because of Spef. Sorry about that. But he just comes in and he joins his teammate Audi and gets a 41.94. Such an insane time. Is it gonna be the same style as Audi? Probably, but let's find out. Let's see, Cephias coming down here. And yeah, gonna go to the right first and doing this brutal as well. Coming around, getting that first push, getting a, not the second push, but using a brake push from the ground there. Probably equally fast. Going for a 2-wheel hang as well. And also manages to keep a lot of grip still. Coming around here, grabbing with the head, really beautiful stuff. So you can come straight down here to the right-hand part. Coming around here, gonna grab this apple. And yeah, just beautiful stuff, really clean style. What? What is that front wheel bounce? Look! Ignoring that sticking out part completely and getting the pushes to get in straight. That's like one of the sickest tricks I've ever seen. That front wheel bounce, to imagine that style there. That's just so crazy. Such an insane run by Cephias and such an insane trick. What the hell is going on in this event? I'm pretty much speechless. It feels like every single replay we've seen has been completely different from the last one. And even in the top positions and from the same teams, we're seeing different kind of tricks and everything. This is just what Alma is all about, and it's so much fun to see. And we still have 2 more replays to go. And in second place, we have Raven. Raven from Team Dot as well. It's been Spef and Raven in the top. Raven actually losing his Dot team logo. I don't know if there is anything happening there or if it's just some bug. But Raven coming in at 41.35. He had to beat Spef to win this cup, but I think he would have to beat him by a little bit more. But let's check out Raven's 41.35, improving like 0.6 seconds on Cephias time, which it's just so much time to improve. But let's see how he did it. And here is Raven's replay. Let's see, for the second place in this event and in this cup, coming down for the left-hand part first. Are we gonna see the same sick brutal that we saw Spef doing? I'm guessing it's gonna be. Let's see. Loading up here for the brutal. Nice timing. Pushes first time. Pushes the second time. Coming around here. Getting that pushes. This has to be like a pixel away from hitting your chin. Again, turning so you don't hit. It looks like he's inside, but it's because the head is turned. But like getting the head almost like in beneath and also so close to the ground. Just so insane. Going for this two-wheel hang here. Getting the stick all the way throughout. Tiny break to just barely grab this apple. So like down to the details. Such a perfect run from Raven. Coming in here. Gonna go up and grab this last night apple. Are we gonna see some crazy bounce? No, because he has to use here to get that push, get the second push, and get the flower. Just such an insane run by Raven. And again, this brutal here, the timings are just so perfect all the way throughout. And again, this brutal just perfectly timed. Beautiful two-wheel hang. And again, braking exactly enough to just barely grab this apple by the pixel and using this hang and using the vaulting to just come straight back towards the right. Such a crazy style by Raven. And that leaves just one person. And there was a rumor that a certain someone would be playing this event as well. Someone who just so happened to win the last big cup, which was the Boss Cup, and who in that cup won probably an unprecedented amount of events. And could it be that just that person came back for one event this cup and just dominated everyone and won this event? Let's find out, because in first place we have Zero. There's just no one who can beat him. And it's just so fun to see. Of course, he is in Team Dot. He probably shared replays and times with Raven and Speff and Finman and others. So maybe they let him win, or maybe he just managed to get the best time with their style. Regardless, it's just so fun to see him here and such a beautiful time. 41-24. Let's check out the winning replay by Zero. Zero coming down here. And yeah, we're gonna see the left-hand part first. Nice push from the block. I haven't checked Apple times or anything because the styles have been so different. 882 is actually a really good time because I was using kind of this style myself. Coming in for these pushes here. Coming around. Just so beautiful. Keeps so much speed. Getting into this hang and keeping that grip. Again, we're seeing this like counter vaulting just to keep that wheel down. These like tiny details add so much. Tiny break there to come around, not doing this crazy vaulting that we saw Raven doing, but coming in here, beautiful for this part, for the bottom right-hand apple. And are we gonna see some crazy finish as well? And jumping up here, good push, nice, getting the apple and getting the flower at 41-24. Congratulations Zero, congratulations Team Dot for an insane cup. If we take a look at the overall standings, now that the cup has finished, we see Speff in a comfortable position and a comfortable lead at almost 600 points in 8 events. Followed by Raven, who's also been playing in Team Dot, even if it doesn't show here. And Bien breaking the Team Dot triple, grabbing that third place for Team Speff. Really beautiful. Finman not far behind. We have Miels as well for Team Speff. And then we have Hosp, who's been like a lone rider this cup. So really insane by him getting into 6th place. Audi from MIE has done beautiful showing. I don't think he played every event. Yeah, you can see he missed a few events, and first event he, I guess, barely played. So still getting the 7th place with that in mind is just such crazy stuff. We see Ramon from Team Shown, who has been playing really well this cup as well. We see Blastic, we see Mikkel, Andre Sveiner, Jaws, DCM. Everybody here has done such a great job this entire cup, but especially Team Dot and especially Speff. Just such an incredible run, and huge congratulations to anyone who made this list. You've all played so well, 139 players in total, and a huge thanks to Xhomaz who organized this cup and made all the levels that we've battled here throughout the last 8 weeks. And it's been so fun to spy all of your replays and see all the discussions in Discord, and everything around the cup has just been so great to follow. If you're not on Discord following these kind of cups and stuff, I really strongly recommend it. It's so much fun to just see the discussion here during the results, which are also on Discord, but just in general, it's so much fun, and the community has never been more alive, it feels like. Even 25 years down the line, it's still going strong. And remember, World Cup 9 is just around the corner, starting early 2024. I hope to see you there playing, but if you don't want to play, I hope to see your levels, because we still need a lot of levels for the cup. It's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait to see you there, but until then, thanks for watching.